Abu Dhabi has long been a traditional grand finale for Formula One, and in 2022 Max Verstappen signed off in style with a dominant record 15th win for the year, closing out Red Bull's strongest ever campaign. It was cruise and collect for the Dutchman for his third straight victory at Yas Marina, first circuit hat-trick, and Abu Dhabi's 8th straight winner from pole position. Its potency proved. But while the spoils went to Verstappen, his teammate Sergio Perez just ran out of laps to pass Ferrari pilot Charles Leclerc for second in the race. Perez complained about being held up by Verstappen in the opening stint, but Leclerc was relieved to be ahead of Checo, with his teammate Carlos Sainz fourth, to give Ferrari second place in the drivers' and constructors' standings and closure on its torturous 2022. It was a season full of ups and downs, but considering where we came from, we made a good step and can be satisfied with our progress, he said. Mercedes won in Brazil but fell back in Abu Dhabi, initially racing Ferrari in the opening stint, with George Russell fifth, despite a long 5.2-second first pit stop and added 5-second time penalty for unsafe release, while Lewis Hamilton retired on lap 55 due to hydraulic failure and a loss of gear shift, the Silver Arrow's sole mechanical failure all season.
It's been a pretty terrible season, but it's definitely not been a good season in terms of performance, but it's been a really great season in terms of all the team having to push together. Learned so many new things. We've harnessed new tools. We've found better and new ways of working together. So I think it's been overall actually a really impactful year.
Lando Norris finished sixth ahead of Esteban Ocon, but it wasn't enough to catapult McLaren ahead of Alpine in the battle for fourth. While over at Aston Martin, its first double-point score since Singapore couldn't get it ahead of Alfa Romeo, with Lance Stroll 8th on a 2-stop, while Sebastian Vettel, in his final Grand Prix, raced his heart out on a 1-stop, but ultimately came home 10th, behind McLaren's Daniel Ricciardo. To the drivers' standings, where Verstappen defeated Leclerc and Checo. Sainz jumped Hamilton for 5th place. Fernando Alonso, who retired from his final race for Alpine on lap 27 with a water leak, stayed 9th. Onto the constructors, and Ferrari claimed second. Alpine beat McLaren. Alfa Romeo just kept ahead of Aston Martin despite being equal on points, and Haas managed to defeat AlphaTauri for 8th. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.